What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk, brought to you in part by RTF Productions. My name is Mike.
And my name is Gator.
I don't know if I like that. That brought to you in part by. I like the game show aspect of it, but saying it like brought to you in part, that means like only part of it's brought to you by them.
And they're looking for more. And there is no more. Raise the flag. RTF. So there is no in part of.
Brought to you in full by Raise the Flag Productions.
Yeah, that doesn't work so well either.
We'll work on it. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get our announcements.
So we got look, we've discussed Dick and we've discussed conspiracy theory and
more Dick and go ahead.
More dicks. Well, we're going to discuss a combo of them. So, yes, we're going to have a whole slew of sausage. Speaking of sausage, I don't feel that we should call it Dick anymore.
If it's not Dick, what is it?
Well, the problem with the word Dick is, what if you're a guy and your name is Dick? Eventually, especially if you're a listener, you're going to get tired of being referred to as the male genitalia, i.e. Peter, Rod, Johnson. You know, that shit gets old.
But if you're listening, you're over the age of 18. You can legally change your name. So if your name is Dick, if your name is Rod Johnson, I mean, go change your shit. Dick is Dick.
Yeah, but Dick is also Dick, you know?
No, not too many of us. There's only a select few of us that can really say, Dick. Everybody else can say Dick. There's only a few of us that can say Dick. I mean, there's a difference between Dick and Dick.
Speaking of Dick, there's also Richard, who's referred to as Dick. And I got a buddy of mine who... He lives out in Arizona. His name is Richard. His son's name is Richard. Get this. Greatest combo ever. They go by Big Dick and Little Dick.
No.
Dead ass. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh, my God.
So, Big Dick, shout out to you, Big Dick. Shout out to, Little Dick. Yeah.
Stand proud, Little Dick. Stand proud.
So... it's not necessarily a Dick fact, but it is in the Dick category of facts. So get this, man. The word jizz actually means the overall impression or appearance of a bird, which leads to sentences in bird watching books such as, "The soaring jizz is quite majestic."
No. Oh, my God. That's almost like naming your kids. You got to beware of your words. You can't name everything.
Wow. The soaring jizz. It's majestic. I'm going to wait until I'm out with my boss. I'm not talking like an immediate supervisor. I'm talking like the superintendent of shit. Don't let a fucking goose walk by. Oh, that jizz is magnificent.
Mr. Mike, go ahead and clock out. You're done.
And we're not going to need you back on Monday. Yeah.
We don't need you back. Yeah, my bad.
All right, so speaking of dicks and speaking of conspiracy theories, due to the fact that one of them is a topic we've gone into with great discussion. The other one, we dabbled in it in the last episode. There is a guy in El Paso, Texas. You know what? It might even be better if I just read the article. I ain't even got to read the article. I could just read the headline and you'd pretty much lose your shit. Texas man admits to kidnapping 79 people to anally probe them while disguised as an alien.
Oh, dear.
79 people. So 73-year-old Arnold White. See, that doesn't even sound like somebody that would do weird shit. That sounds like dad bod, you know? Wearing my New Balance, mowing the lawn.
Mr. Rogers himself.
Yeah, Arnold White. So he was arrested after a joint investigation by the FBI, El Paso Sheriff's Department, and El Paso PD. They interrogated this guy about 4 crimes committed in the area back in the 90s. He was a retired trucker. The majority of his routes were West Coast, California, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona. And he confessed that over a 40-year period, he used a mix of LSD and PCP to subdue his victims. Wow. Then he would approach them, carry them to the inside of his truck, and where they have the bed inside of the tractor-trailer trucks. In order to confuse his victims even more, he set up the inside of his truck to look like an operating room, and he would wear an alien costume.
Stop it. That's where the conspiracy comes in right there. Wow. Keep going. I'm so sorry. My light just kicked on.
Okay, now this this is a quote from the FBI themselves. He would insert fingers and objects into various body cavities. He had even created his own sex toys designed to look like alien tools and medical instruments.
Yeah, there you go. Where my light kicked on, that's exactly where I went. Like, man, only people in Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona area, the western portions of Texas and the eastern portions of California. That have ever seen aliens or alien abductions, I guess you can call it.
Well, they also quoted that he chose his victims who were gullible and might fall for his traps. Several of his victims were actually UFO investigators that he found hanging around Area 51 in Roswell. Here's my thing. Okay, this says that several of his victims were UFO investigators. Now, being a trucker, my thought would be he would pick up people at truck stops. What do they call all the hoes there at a truck stop?
Those are lot lizards, sir. Lot lizards.
Yes. Male and female. To me, like, that would be the ones, like, who's going to take a random fucking drink from a truck driver? I don't care if your name is Arnold White or what you look like. You walk up and offer me a beverage. I'm not sucking that shit down.
I don't know, but if my name was Richard or Dick, I'd probably have to just because of my name. How do I introduce myself? Now I got to take a drink.
But so let's get to the good stuff on this. This dude decorated the whole inside of his cab as a fucking operating room. Donned an alien outfit and then proceeded to probe in various body cavities.
The butthole. Go ahead. We know.
What? In the butt.
In the butt.
So when I think of someone getting probed, I think of, like, and I'm talking like alien probing. You ever seen a tampon before they take it out the fucking hard plastic?
Got it. Okay. Yes.
Like something like that, but about a foot longer and about fucking 2.5 inches in girth, like a probe, you know?
I could see that. That was kind of like that movie Armageddon. The guys drilling with Bruce Willis. They the little black female nurse comes up and pulls out this long silver, like, colonoscopy suction tool or whatever. It's about a foot long or whatever. And the guy looks at her and goes, "Lady, I'm just here to go into space to drill." And she holds it up and says, "So am I." And I was like, oh my goodness. So I could see these little tools that this man could have possibly made. This is wow.
Like he think this through. He put some serious thought. I mean, I'm not saying what he did was right, but he put some serious thought and creativity into this shit. He made his own sex toys. He got the alien outfit. He decorated his shit in an operating room. Like he went all out for this one.
He went all out for his passion. Well, I don't even know. I don't know his frame of mind. I don't want to say passion, for his fetish. Especially if you're to give the person a cocktail of PCP and LSD. So that those people were zooted from get-go. They were already seeing pink bunny rabbits hopping around on one leg, singing
cocktail. They took the cock before they took the cock.
They took the cock straight to the mouth.
They took all aspects of the cock
straight to the mouth. and then I guess you decorate the back of your little 18-wheeler sectional area. I don't know what they actually call it, the cab area, but I don't know if you ever seen the back of the 18-wheeler, but I tell you what, some of those guys are living quite nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So to decorate it like a operating room, a big spotlight, I guess some kind of small bed that you're strapped to, if they're strapped to it or whatever, and then in comes this alien face. Oh man.
And you're doped up on PCP and LSD. I mean, you want to talk about enhancing the experience. Holy shit. You're on LSD, just tripping balls, and in comes a fucking alien. Holy shit. I couldn't even fucking imagine.
But 79 people? Well, 79 people confessed. He confessed to doing 79 people. Now, over, let's say, the last 40, 50 years, there's been, I was about to say over 80 to 100 people saying they have been abducted. And it's all the same area. Roswell, New Mexico, that whole town is based on alien abductions, is based on everything. The McDonald's playground is an alien-style playground. You know, the playgrounds in the city for the kids to come play with are based on alien stuff, you know. The slides and the little playground area looks like a spaceship with a slide coming out of it. So was it really this guy abducting everybody in Roswell, New Mexico?
Well, if and I'm sure the feds are going, I gotta use another genitalia term. I'm sure the feds are going balls deep on this as far as investigating. As far as investigating, you know, how far back that they can go and who was in what area, what time. And so I got to ask then, every claim, if it's right around the 80 number, that I've been probed by an alien, are they all bullshit?
They were probed by something. I mean, so the FBI is going to have to take their secretaries with them so they can take good dictation and oral compensation of everything that these people have said. They got to go back and review everything.
Yeah, they got to do everything, man.
They got to go back and ask them serious questions. When, where, how, and why did you get abducted by an alien, and what was it? This guy may have admitted to 79 people. Oh my gosh, that's a conspiracy theory right there. So there's no such thing as aliens. It's just a El Paso-based truck driver driving around, spiking everybody's drinks.
Fucking white people. Fucking white people, man.
See, I wasn't going to say that. I would say something like WPS. That's white people shit.
No, fucking white people. Because, look, Ted Bundy, David Koresh, Charlie Manson, the DC Sniper.
The DC Sniper was black, though.
But he
Hold
grew up
up.
in the suburbs. We're claiming him.
I got to own something here. Come on now. Let the
He
black
grew up
guy
in the
win.
suburbs. We're claiming him. So, like, all of the greatest, they're all white. They're all white fucked up people. Fucking white people. Jeez.
Golly. 79 people, alien abductions, had his own. Wow. So these people back in the day, because Roswell is only like a 2-street town. You got the bypass highway that goes all the way around Roswell, New Mexico. And then you got the main highway that has all the stoplights in the middle and all the businesses. And then the rest is what? Farmland. And then you just got this mysterious electric fence area 51. But, just mysterious place. So what is really in Area 51? Supposedly there's alien aircraft in Area 51. There's alien bodies in Area 51. Do they really have other strange truck drivers from New Mexico and El Paso there? Probing people?
You know what, though? I've been to my share of truck stops, and the majority of them have a diner in there. There's a good chance that's where he was hitting drinks.
Dropping like a small cocktail in somebody's drink that wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
Because
somebody that's sitting there alone.
Because Roswell is a lonely town. It is a lonely town. Don't get me wrong. And the people are genuinely friendly. So with that being said, when people talk to you, you strike up a conversation. Trustworthy people.
And I mean, look, Roswell, New Mexico, you're not, in the Himalayas. The weather's fairly hot. So while we're striking up conversation, I'm going to get a bottle of water. You want one? Too easy.
True.
And I mean, when you take it 40 years back, nobody cracked the seal of a beverage. That wasn't a thing. When he came back with this glass bottle and the lid's already popped and handed it to you, you were fucked.
Not
literally.
Literally. I was about to say that. Literally
fucked.
Wow.
All right, you ready to move on from dicks and conspiracy theories?
My goodness, this is real.
That
could be real.
You know what? Before we venture forward, so he now faces a total of 347 criminal charges, including several charges of kidnapping, aggravated sexual assault by use of drugs, oral copulation by anesthesia or controlled substance, assault with intent to commit a sexual offense, and possession of a controlled substance.
Some of those don't even sound like real charges, though.
347 charges.
That's something we're going to have to follow. Just to see. That's 347 charges.
Okay, let me ask you this. You were probed, and this man gets arrested. You were in the same time, same place. Are you willing to come out publicly and get on the stand?
I can't do it. We cannot do it. That's just some shit I'm going to take to the grave.
Could so you wouldn't be one of these people on a documentary being like, yeah, I got it in the ass by an alien.
No, that's just some shit I take to the grave. Me personally.
Yeah, that's just something.
I couldn't tell you. And then come to find out it might have been just a twisted trucker playing in my booty hole. No, yeah.
Get this. So you're a married individual. You're gone for the entire night because somebody laced your drink and probed you. You go home to your spouse. What the hell's your excuse? Holy shit.
Well, let some of these people say it. I was abducted by aliens, and they go on the news and stuff like that back in the day.
Okay.
Back in the 90s.
Okay. Be honest with me right now. How well would it work when you walk home tomorrow morning? I didn't come home because I was probed by aliens. Tell me how that conversation would finish.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No.
Yeah. That turns bad all the way around.
And your butthole hurts. Yeah, no. I'm good. I can't explain.
Goodness.
Yeah, there's just some things you got to take to the grave on that one. All right.
Yeah. I'm lying my ass off to the wife.
Something.
I'll come up with something.
Burn my truck,
'Cause
something on the side of the road, something. Burn the truck up. Hey, the car caught on fire. My phone was in it. My bad.
Something, you know? Fuck. Yeah, dude, that sucks. That sucks. Anyway, I'm sure in future episodes we'll get plenty of dick time. So
We'll go deep into it later.
yeah, deep with the dick. So Time Magazine came out with their Person of the Year. Now, their Person of the Year, it's focused on one person. But it's, I don't want to say it's focused on one person. It was decided to take the route that they took because of an incident that happened with one person. So Time honors what they call the Guardians and the War on Truth. And the Guardians being journalists that have died in what they call the line of duty. Now, as far as I'm concerned, firefighter, police officer, soldier, you're the only ones that's going to die in the line of duty in my eyes.
Correct.
But the definition of in the line of duty is while at work. So these are journalists that have died in the line of duty. And you had that guy Jamal, who worked for the Washington Post. As the story has it, was killed in Istanbul by a Saudi hit squad. First and foremost, when, like we had the North Korea conversation, when you go to North Korea and get your ass locked up and you're standing there scratching your head wondering what the fuck went wrong because you were in North Korea, you shouldn't have fucking been there. When you get taken out by a Saudi hit squad, you were in some shit that you should have never been involved in.
Yep.
Number two, when a journalist publication says the people of the year are journalists, it's kind of patting yourself on the back there. You know, what about the humanitarian? You know, what about the guy who's been working at the food shelter for the homeless for the last 30 fucking years, spending his own dime? You know, what about him? But they said, you know what? We're going to give it to our own. I find that really fucked up.
That's favoritism. I can see that.
Numero cinco, which is 3 in Swahili.
But
I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty fluent.
But cinco is 5 in Spanish. No? Yes.
Don't tell me what I know. Don't tell me what...
I mean, you could have the same word mean the same thing. The word there, and there. Same word.
You know what?
Three different meanings.
Not to get off topic, but in 2001, Honda released a car called the Fit. When they wanted to release it over in Europe, it was the Fitta, Fitta. Unbeknownst to them, Fitta in Swedish was a vulgar term for vagina. Gets better.
And the fit is small and tight, but go ahead.
Their slogan was small on the outside, big on the inside.
Stop it.
Dead ass, dead serious. They ended up changing the name overseas to the Jazz because of that shit.
Stop it.
Who the fuck gonna drive around in the vagina car? You know?
Stop it. That's funny.
Anyway, back to the Guardians and the War on Truth. So the third thing that bugs me is in the last year, they've had 46 journalists get killed. Not we're talking they had a heart attack. We're talking getting murdered in what they call the line of duty. And 13 of those journalists were all killed or all murdered in the same country. Okay? Now, let me ask you this. What country do you think all 13 journalists were murdered in?
My first guess would be North Korea. That would have to be my first guess.
Okay, we're gonna X the first guess.
Uh-oh.
We'll give you a retake.
Okay. Due to recent events with the Saudi crown prince taking out an American journalist, I'm going to reach out there and say Saudi Arabia.
Ooh, well played, but wrong fucking answer.
Wow. Oh, dear God. Let me stop guessing. I'm going to start offending countries here.
So, so, it was Mexico. Now, all of these murders, these weren't just people that were shot out in the streets. We're talking bodies chopped up, put into suitcase murders. Like some real fucking murders.
Some organized crime stuff.
Some cartel type of murders. Now, it bugs me because of all the journalists that they recognize of these 46, 13 of them, that makes up 30% of all journalists that were killed. 13 of them are in Mexico, and not one of them was discussed.
There's a bigger picture.
We'll start at the big. Yeah, there is. We'll start at the beginning here. So, they want to award themselves. What's your thoughts, man?
I personally, you can't award yourself. You can't give the person of the year or persons of the year the same thing that you are. Time magazine, you're a journalist magazine, so you cannot do that. That's showing favoritism. And in the same token, person of the year is not somebody doing their job. You know, here's a good boy or good girl. Here's your attaboy for doing your job. Now, you get killed in North Korea because you decided you wanted to take pictures of Kim Jong-ho taking a shit because all his people think he ain't even got an asshole because he took a shit. Then you get done with. You know, they think that man is all almighty, whatever. You want to steal a picture off the wall and try and sneak it back in from North Korea and you get caught up, you get caught up. You're doing your job. You don't get a good boy for doing your job. Hey, babe, you should love me. I came home last night. That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. You
want to be a journalist? You're supposed to give us the news and tell us what's going on. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not trying to take away from these people's lives or nothing like that, but you can't be the person of the year doing your everyday normal job.
And then technically, when you're in another country and you're doing your job, you're doing it illegally. Hence the Saudi hit squad.
There you go. Yep.
I just find it really shady that, we just want to, here we go again. We just want to go ahead and just suck our own dicks,
Is that us? How do you say it? Codifying? Coddling? Like, you know what? We need to pick somebody, but we don't want to be, we want to be as least offensive as possible. Because the last magazine to name their spokesperson or person of the year, Colin Kaepernick on GQ, CQ, BQ, whatever that magazine is, GQ.
Sure.
Everything went up in smoke and bullshit. So let's honor the dead. You can't get mad and offended off you honor the dead. But then again, here we are. You cannot, a reporting magazine cannot name another reporter as person or persons of the year. I don't like it. I'm seeing favoritism.
I think that's the only way you can describe it is favoritism. If you give it, I mean, I'm not saying some of these journalists aren't, deserving of the award or of the recognition, but I don't understand. I don't.
It's like giving trying to give the Nobel Peace Prize to that last missionary that just went to that tribe of unknown civilization, and then they killed him. Oh, he was Nobel Peace Prize. He was trying to bring peace to the world. You shouldn't have been there.
Well, see, maybe it's just Time magazine. Because last year, their people of the year was the Silence Breakers, Ashley Judd.
Yeah.
You see where I'm already going with this?
Yeah.
Okay, and my problem with it is we're talking Ashley Judd, Taylor Swift, Alyssa Milano, Selma Blair, all of these popular people, these celebrities. Now there was one hospital worker that they recognized for this Me Too thing, but pretty much other than her and what's that lady's name, Burke. Other than those two, all of them they're just celebrities.
Yep.
And it's not people who have made a difference in this world.
Not a big enough difference.
No, 2015, their person, get ready for this one. Angela Merkel,
Who's that?
Germany's fucking president. This dumbass bitch. See, now if you go back to 2014, I kind of agree with this, but it's still wishy-washy because they were doing their job. It was the people fighting Ebola. See, but again, they were doing their job. The year before that, the Pope. The year before that, the president. The year before that, ready for this, 2011, the protester.
The person of the year. We need to
sit
talk
down.
time.
We need to sit down and have a fucking talk with them.
Yeah. They fucking up.
Anyway, so these guardians on the war of truth and whatever they want to call them. So the second thing is we've got 13 people who were not recognized. My guess is because they were out there investigating cartel. That tells me, A, Time Magazine, you're deathly afraid because El Chapo's sitting in a U.S. prison right now. Or B, somebody's in cahoots with somebody, and that seems more logical.
I think that seems more logical, hence with the more current events as well. Yes. We want to stop the war on drugs and the war on crime, the war on terrorism, so on and so forth. But big government, bigger people kind of need this to go on. You just took out 13 people in one state, You just took out people. 13 of y'all met y'all demise in Mexico. U.S. is a superpower. We should have been capitalized on that, but we didn't. Just like the Saudi Arabia guy. We did not. We give them a smack on the hand, send them on their way. Why? What is the bigger picture? Why can't they tell us?
I
don't know.
I don't know, man. It's just, look, if you're going to honor one of the dead journalists for doing his job, I'm not saying you got to honor all of them, but then when you decide, hey, let's honor 26 of them. No. Now you better do the whole fucking 46 and give credit to those fuckers who were chopped up in a suitcase.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, yeah.
Look, I mean, is it any different whether you get chopped up by cartels stuffed in a suitcase or you got a fucking Saudi hit squad coming after you?
Same thing.
One is just as bad as the other. You're dying. The end result is the same. So, let's fucking welcome this all the way around then. So, as I'm looking back, it's funny because looking at Time Magazine's Person of the Year, to me, it's never the person that deserves it, I guess you could say. We've already gone back to 2011 here. So from 2010 and back, I'm just going to read the names. Okay? Now, when I hit one that was a person not doing their job and was actually out, making a difference in this world, stop me. Mark Zuckerberg, Ben Bernanke. He's the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Oh, yeah. Chairman of the Federal Reserve during our fucking economic crash, too, back in 08.
Got
That
it.
guy. Yeah. Barack Obama. Vladimir Putin. The individual content creators of the World Wide Web.
Wow.
Yeah, the individual creators of the World Wide Web. Bono, Bill Gates, Trump's old, or no, Melinda Gates, my fault. Bill Gates' wife. All three of them for the same year. George W., the American soldier, the whistleblowers, so snitches, because of Enron, the people that fucking snitched out Enron.
Yep.
Rudy Giuliani, George W., Jeff Bezos, Ken Starr, Bill Clinton, both in 98, okay? Bill Clinton, because he beat his impeachment, and then Ken Starr, because he was the lawyer fucking investigating the guy and fucking opened the door for the impeachment. So both of them in the same fucking year. Andrew Grove, he was the CEO of Intel. David Ho, he pioneered AIDS research. Newt Gingrich, Pope John Paul II. Yasser Arafat.
Wow.
Bill Clinton, Ted Turner, Bush Sr., Gorbachev. How the fuck does Gorbachev get on this list at all?
How does he get on that list?
This is in 1989. Okay, I remember 88, 89, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. It had to be in 88 because Reagan was no longer president because Bush took over. So after this whole wall incident, and you still put this fucker as your person of the year. 88, Mother Nature. Like I'm saying, dude, I go back and back and back.
Shut up, Mother Nature.
None of these fucking people are like people who have, I'm not going to say any of these people didn't make a difference, but these people were doing their job.
Yep.
And I mean, we're talking back to Nixon, Lyndon B. Johnson. Here's one, probably the only one I've seen on the list, Martin Luther King.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's probably the only one on this damn list.
That's a good one.
All the rest of it, dude, they got fucking Stalin on here. 2 times in 1939 and 1942.
That dude been dead for how long now?
I just, well, they recognized him as person of the year in 1939 and 1942. We're talking the fucking the king of communism, and that was your person of the year.
The starting of it, the guy that wrote the book.
So
Wow.
That list pretty much tells you the credibility Time magazine has. I've never really been. Look, free press is free press. You're allowed that right. I try not to criticize it because you are allowed that right. But holy fuck.
You're picking dumb people.
Holy fuck, man.
They're picking dumb people. There we go.
You know, there's individuals that have lost their legs pushing a kid out of the way of a fucking moving train. This individual gets fake legs and fucking makes it to the Olympics. I'm not saying that actually happened, just as an example. Shit like that happens. Where the fuck are these people for your person of the year? That's the inspiration that needs to be put out. I don't know, man. You with me, man? Oh, well, folks.
Nope,
Looks
I'm
like
with
we
you.
lost
Can you hear me? No, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. All right, folks. He's back.
What happened?
You tell me.
I was speaking. You said, "Are you with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." What did I say? I said
Something about dicks, probably.
Probably. I couldn't fathom how deep the bullshit goes with Time magazine picking their Person of the Year. But between Time Magazine, GQ, and a few other ones out there that pick, quote unquote, a Person of the Year, Time has picked some very controversial people from the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning, man. And it's not just controversial. It's just that what have they done on a human personal level?
That got you to the Person of the Year, because the Person of the Year is somebody that does something all year round, not just
holds a
single
position,
act.
not somebody that just holds a position.
Correct.
Just because you're president doesn't mean you're Person of the Year. That's not what that means.
Seems like they're picking people I was about to say picking people that less offend people, but hell, when you pick Stalin,
well, again,
an American
now
outlet,
that part I'll give you. Yes, I agree with that. But then again, I don't know the mind frame of people, in 1939, when you were a 40-year-old man and you saw that on the cover, maybe you thought, yay, go Stalin. I don't know. Maybe that was their fucking, go-to guy at the time.
Okay.
I don't see why, but maybe it was. But I got a feeling that some middle-aged man back then went to the fucking newsstand to get his daily newspaper, saw that magazine about shit himself, like, what the fuck is this? Had to have happened. Had to have happened.
And start questioning, what the fuck? Well, the next thing you know, you're hanging from a tree. You can't question back in the 1930s.
I don't know.
Anyway,
man. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you again.
I have a couple things to put out really quick before we cut this off. I know we keep telling you guys that this veteran episodes are going to begin. They are. You need to understand that there's a process. We can't put out wrong information. We can't put out misleading information. We have been actually in discussions with other people. The CEO of Help Me PTSD, a few other individuals, to where we can make these episodes as meaningful and informative as possible.
And profitable. We want you to get the best information possible. Not just our normal barbershop laughing, joking games, because when it comes to the veteran aspect, if we don't look out for each other, who else will? Who is?
Now we can give you a sneak peek of the first couple episodes. It's actually going to be something that you start the day you join the military, and it continues until the day that you die. We're going to talk about your transition out of the military.
From the first time you say, I state your name, do solemnly swear. That is the most important time frame of when you need to start. Yep.
Yes, because your transition never ends. So that's where we're actually going to begin it all. So be on the lookout for that. Also, we've got a few episodes coming up in the near future where we are going to feature a few special guests of Barbershop Talk and hopefully get some, I don't want to say heated debates, but definitely some valued personal opinions involved.
There you go.
So be on the lookout for that. We got that coming in the next couple weeks. Any final words?
I'm going to go with the same thing I always say. FBMM. Fuck bitches. Make money.
You know it. Look, if you look her butthole, she'll do anything for you. Thank you again to RTF Productions. Catch y'all next time.